This is the model TV showing you how to design an illusion brim fascinator, a very wide brim fascinator with just millinery wire, cutter, fabric, that's a sample lace. I'm using a sample lace, bishop cap, bias, Alice band, yes, feathers, gum, rose. I'll be using the normal UHU gum and a candle gum. Okay, let's get into the video. Now, to design an illusion brim fascinator, or let's say a wide false brim fascinator, you need a hard wire. Yes, millinery wires are in two types, the soft millinery wire and the hard millinery wire. So for this design, that is what is suitable for this design. One thing you have to learn in this video is when you're designing a wide brim fascinator, one, that you need a circle, a frame like circle, you need to use a hard wire. Talking of learning something, have you subscribed to this channel? If you haven't, hit the subscription button now, like, comment and share this video. Yes, share the video and leave a reaction for me. I would really love to hear from you. So let's get back. You have to cut your wire according to how big, how wide you want your brim to be. If you love it very big, you can use 3 yards, 2 yards, that would be massive. You can use 1.5, moderately 1. Then that was step 1. Yes, we are on step 1. Remember, this is a step-by-step tutorial. Yes, everything I will share with you in this video. It is detailed, educative, informative, so keep watching, don't go away. You learn 1 or 2 new things. Just shade a hard millinery wire is suitable for this design. So when you cut it to your size, like I've cut mine, you bind it using your thread and your needle, or you can use a candle gum and still use your thread and your needle. So when I was buying this blue bishop cap, I realized that the blue is different from the fabric blue. So step 2, I'll be covering this bishop cap with the sample lace. Yes, you can use this method if you're buying colors that are not matching, but you want it to match. You can cover it with the fabric that you're using. Assuming you molded your maybe mat or warden, you want this same color, you can do this. Okay, so it's simple. Step 2, you cover the bishop cap with the sample lace using your UHU gum or any gum that you'll be using for your own design. You do this neatly and ensure that it holds firmly before you move on. Okay, we've finished with part. Easy part with step 2. Let's move on to step 3. What should we do next? The brim, the wide brim. That is what we are working on step 3. Alright, this is how it goes. You spread your fabric, your sample lace, and put in the millinery wire that you've binded. It's now a circle. If you need a triangle, you need any shape, you just use your hand and shape it, bind it and do same. Okay, now you've done that, you've put it in. All you need to do is to hold all the parts of the fabric together, hold it together into a knot. Okay, if your circle is very wide, then your fabric too has to be big. This is 1 yard of fabric that I bought, though I cut out some parts because it was bigger than what I needed. But if your circle is very big, you need more than 1 yard, like 1.5 or 2 yards, depending on how big your brim is going to be. If it is that big, you may find it difficult to hold it all together, so you use your thread and your needle. You pick this end, you go to the other end and bring it together. You do same all round and bring them together. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to explain here, because in the course of holding it with your hands, you'll notice that some parts will be left out. So the idea is to use your thread and your needle and pick this end to the center, pick this end, pick all of them round to the center, and then you tie a knot using your thread. Ensure you tie it very firmly. Yes, after tying it firmly, you now cut out the excess. While doing this, not to cut the main fabric under. So this is it. I am sharing these tips with you, so keep watching, don't go away. You see that knot? Okay, that is how you can shape this whole fascinator. You can squeeze it to make it small, you can loosen it to make it big, you can twist it to form another shape. I don't know if you get me. You see that knot? That is the control room of this design. Okay, at this point I had to measure to ensure that where I am keeping bishop cap is the center. Remember, this is like a satellite dish, so the bishop cap or your molded cap needs to be on the center of the fascinator, except it is another design that you're trying to get. You can tilt it, but for this it is the center. Yes, so I am sewing the cap to the brim, yes, with my thread and my needle. You may decide to use gum, candle gum, or any other gum. It depends on which one gives you security. So for me, it is my thread and my needle that I believe in, so I used it. So this is me sewing it round to ensure that the bishop cap is firmly attached to my fabric wide brim base. Okay, so this is it. It takes a little while, so you have to be patient while doing this, because you have to do it neatly, firmly, and beautifully. Don't rush this, and I'll advise you, don't use gum. Sew it with your hands. Be sure of the fact that it is secure. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you are learning one or two things, so keep watching it till the end. We still have more things to learn. It is informative, educative, and most of all, you will like it. Design this and it will sure look good on you or your customer. They'll like it. They will like it. Okay, so the sewing, like I said, is still taking a little while, so you have to take your time to do this sewing. This is where the main work is. Can you remember what step was this? Step 1 was cutting your wire and binding it. Step 2 was covering your bishop cap with your fabric, and step 3 was forming your wide base with your fabric and the wire, tying it together to form a knot, then tying it again to have a firm hold. So step 4 is what we are doing now, attaching the bishop cap to the fabric base that you formed. So now we'll get to step 5, piping the wire. This is like the finishing touch to this work. So you pour your gum, you spread your gum on the bias round like a long now. Remember, the brim is very wide, and let me also tell you, this brim, the bigger it is, the more bias you use. But I can assure you that no matter how your brim, no matter how big your base is, 1.5 row of bias can carry it, because I think that's like 3 yards. Okay, this one here is like 3 yards or more. That's it. I'm always used to it. So round. Look at this.
All round.
Ensure that you buy a good gum.
Oh,
If it's good gum, this will stress you because the bias material is hard. If you touch it, it's hard. So if it is not a good gum, it will not hold. It will just be standing. Yes. So when you spray the gum on, you have to use your hand, press it down. Yes, for it to hold. I've mentioned that this material is hard, so it requires you to press it and hold it down. For it,
the fabric you're using is sample lace, so the wire is just out there. So you have to ensure that the wire is closed so that one cannot see the wire from just a glance. I don't know if you understand, but this is what you have to do. Press it down like
trying the second part that I just mentioned now, but I'm just watching you. You can ask your question in the comment section. I'll attend to you. Do well to like and share this video. Yes, and turn on all notifications so you get upload a new video. I want you to be notified because many other interesting videos are coming up. Don't miss it. Okay? Let's hear from you in the comment section. I'll be watching, I'll be waiting, I'll be anticipating your comments. Alright, this is the outcome of the design, and my customer is waiting for it. How do you see this design? Let me hear from you in the comment section.